Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 23rd. It's about 7 a.m. It's a little bit chilly this morning. There definitely was condensation on the tent, so some of our stuff got wet, but that is just one of the things that happens with a single wall tent. But it definitely will be sunny and warm today, so things will be able to dry off later. I just went and did my number 2 business, and no mosquitoes tried to get on my butt, so that was good, because they definitely did last night when I was going to the bathroom. So it seems like they're active here at like dawn and dusk, and I didn't get out of my tent till 6:30 when it was already pretty light out. So slept okay. Slept with my earplugs in because animal noises always freak me out, and there were some reports on some of the lakes around here that there was bear activity and also a cougar, so not interested in hearing those in the middle of the night and freaking out, although I definitely thought about those a bit as I was drifting in and out of sleep and tossing and turning on my sleeping pad. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning, and we are gonna pack up and head up to back towards Duffy and Mowich Lakes. We're going to bypass Mowich Lake on the way up because we're going to see it on the way back. And then we're going to eventually set our sights today on Marion Lake, which is the northern part of this kind of 8 lakes basin loop. I think it's the biggest lake and maybe the most popular, because I think the trailhead, like the Marion Lake trailhead, is a pretty short hike into the lake, so we might see some other backpackers. We didn't see anyone else last night. There was one woman who walked down the trail around 4 p.m. and asked us if a trail went a certain way, and then she left, and we didn't see anyone else. So pretty quiet here, and I think that's all I got to report. I will see you in a little bit. Aaron put his mosquito head net on. Ugh, because the mosquitoes are coming out. They seem to like him more than me. I guess your blood is sweeter.
They seem to only like me.
That's true. Well, some have landed on me, but my permethrin treated clothes seem to be helping. I mean, I know you have yours treated too, but anyways, it's a little after 8 and we are hitting the trail. Gonna go back out this little side camp trail to the Santiam Lakes Trail, and then take that to the Dixie Lakes Trail, and then we're going to take that up, and that will connect up to Jordan Lake, which I think will take us on the Blue Lakes Trail up to Marion Lake. So we'll see you on the trail. Oh, we're already back on this main trail?
Yeah.
Okay.
We took like along the beach on and walking to go around there.
This trail is kind of just like a water trench. You can see where the water has just flown right through here and kind of carved it out. A little bit unstable footing. All right, we made it on the Dixie Lakes Trail, and we are just walking straight through this meadow. Hey, Mr. Toad. You're a big guy. We are going up on the Dixie Lakes Trail, and pretty soon we'll be at the Dixie Lakes. So North Dixie Lake is through those trees. It's really hard to see the water right there, but South Dixie Lake was down that way. It was also hard to see through the trees. And I think that is still Duffy Butte, which was at Duffy Lake where we were yesterday. I think we're headed up to Alice Lake, which is not too much further, for our first stop of the day. So right now we are up above Mowich Lake, which is down there, And then Red Butte is right here. And our first view of Mount Jefferson. Peeking out in the back there. It's 10,500 feet. Still got a fair amount of snow on the top. Pretty cool. We found Alice Lake, and it's all like kind of a burn zone through there, so we took this little side trail to take a break in the shade. Okay, breakfast today is this Quest peanut butter cookie, and then if I'm still hungry, I have this strawberry oatmeal crumble. Not a bad view for the breakfast stop. So I think we've gone about between 2 and 2.5 miles, and it is 9:52. Look, there's a deer. I love deer so much. They're like my favorite like trail animal to see because they're just so beautiful and graceful. And oh, he sees me. Hi, buddy. He's not concerned about me. Oh, there he goes. I think I spooked him. He's just by himself. Maybe it's a girl, I don't know. So beautiful. I thought I heard when we were sitting somebody walking on this trail behind us. I guess it was the deer the whole time. He was like literally right behind us, like probably not even 10 feet behind us. There he goes. Just cruising through the woods after Alice Lake. Here's our junction. And we are going on the Blue Lake Trail that way. On the last day, we've got to go up all of this that we're currently going down, but we'll be able to do that first thing in the morning. Because we are doing kind of a loop on this trip, but also we have to do some lollipop type stuff where we have to go back where we came from. Well, that looks like a lake over there. Looks like a huge lake. Ooh, and Mount Jefferson. Beautiful. But does the trail go down this way? Check this view out. Gorgeous. I think this is Jorn Lake, where we're going to camp tomorrow night. Oh, maybe that's a vulture. Just landed on that tree stump. It's been gliding around. That's so cool. Ooh, a little boardwalk. A little boardwalk action. And this is Jordan Lake. Looks like we got another view of Three-Fingered Jack over there. We just passed this trail runner. He's the first guy we've seen all day, other than the deer. The views don't stop today. So this is Blue Lake. Someone camped out up here, but we're just trying to go down and get some water. We've got about 3.5 miles left to get to Marion Lake. All right, we're up and out of Blue Lake. We are on the hunt for a lunch spot that we hope will have shade, but I don't know how promising that's looking because it's just a big exposed, shadeless burn zone up here, but man, is it beautiful. Today's a good day. So down there, I'm pretty sure, is Marion Lake, where we are planning to camp tonight. We are slowly picking our way down the other side. Still haven't found any shade. Oh, there's a butterfly. Just flew on the trail ahead of me. But we get to hike with Mount Jefferson right in front of us the whole time. Doesn't get better than this. Okay, we found this tiny little shaded spot off the trail. It is like 12:45 and I need food and hydration and electrolytes. It's pretty. Oh. Must be getting close because we starting to see signs for the lakes. There's that lake. Just gotta get around to where we're gonna camp. At least we're back in the forest on soft trail. That's nice. You must go through rocks before you can get to the lake. We made it to camp. That was a struggle to find a place to camp. There were a couple of places further up. Ooh, you can see that smoke coming in. Oh, the little plover's back. Oh, there he goes. But there were some people there, so we kept going, and then the trail was like overgrown, so then Aaron went scouting, and then I kind of freaked out because he was gone for a long time. But anyways, he found this sweet spot. Definitely mosquitoes here, but we have our own little beach with a couple little logs, and holy moly, the smoke has come in. I started smelling that a little while ago. And check this out. Yeah, 3 Fingers was completely clear earlier today when we were hiking, so maybe the wind moved directions, or I'm not sure where that smoke is coming from, but what a beautiful, beautiful view. I need to clean off my dirty ass feet. Just washed off a bit in the lake. Feels so nice. And I'm not sure how far we went today. My watch, my Samsung watch, says I went 14.2 miles. I think the All Trails estimate, it's hard to say because we kind of made our own route and then had trouble finding a place to camp. I would say it's probably somewhere between 10 and 11 miles. So definitely our longest day of this 4-day trip. I am going to put the tent out because it got wet from condensation last night, and let that dry. And I'm also going to lay my sleeping bag out and my puffy because those both got a little bit wet in the tent. And then I didn't really have like my full lunch or anything earlier, so it's like 4:30, and so once I do those chores, I am going to make my dinner and have an early dinner. All right, this is our site. That is like going to be the kitchen area, and then I think right here in this little platform right here is where I'm going to set up the tent. And then over that away, beyond those trees, is a little river that flows right into the lake. It's really beautiful here. We saw some people, a couple backpackers who were trying to find a spot on Marion Lake as well. And then we saw, it looked like a family had 3 tents set up. And then we saw that, we saw the trail running guy again. He like looped around and then passed us again. And a few day hikers at Marion Lake with their dogs. And one guy who was hiking, looked like he was a backpacker, who was hiking up as we were hiking down to get here. And that's it. That's the only people we've seen all day. I mean, it is a Tuesday, so probably would be a lot busier here on the weekend, but it's nice and quiet. And I'm really hoping that this smoke rolls out of here. It's kind of coming in fast and thick right now. I hope there's not like a new fire, and I don't have service, so there's not really any way. I can check the weather on my inReach, but that's about it. If it's really bad tomorrow, we could hike all the way to the car. We were planning to hike, well, originally we were planning on hiking 6 miles from Marion Lake, but now that we had to get a site much further down Marion Lake, I think it would only be like 4.5 or 5 miles. So now we're thinking to go all the way to Mowich Lake, which would be another mile or so past that. So maybe doing about 6 miles tomorrow. And then the car is probably another 4.5 to 5 miles from that. So we're probably only 11 miles from the car. So if we needed to hike all the way out to the car tomorrow, if it was really, really smoky and bad, we could. So we'll just play it by ear. Hopefully we can have another night here and enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna go do all my chores and check in later. Home for the night. We're gonna set up our pads and our bags and rest. this is probably it for the night, so we'll see you tomorrow.